What's good, everyone? It's me, Joe. I'm back with another video, and today we are doing the Batman main trailer breakdown. Now look, I love making these videos and I want to make more, especially just like this. I feel like this should be like a whole series on the channel, and what I need you to do, I need you to play your part by subscribing to the channel, hitting the thumbs up and pressing the notification bell so you can get notified every time I drop a video, and leave a comment on what your best moments in the Batman trailer are. Also, during DC Fandom, wait, did you watch DC Fandom with the Cybernerds? If you didn't, you can do that, or just watch all of the trailer reactions that we put out. Check out the Cybernerds channel, you need to do that. And like I was gonna say, from DC Fandom, I've seen bare new spicy Batman gifts, so you need to hit me up on Twitter at JiCanWin, blah blah blah. Spicy Batman gift, spicy Batman gift. That's all I want to see. Every time I talk about the Batman, just put a spicy Batman gift, like, and we will, you know what I'm saying, we'll live happily ever after. Basically, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through the trailer, not frame by frame. I'm just going to pick out the things for me that I really want to talk about. You're going to jump in the comment section below and we're going to go back and forth on this whole thing because it's mad. Alright, firstly, we start off with the Riddler, Paul Danos' character, and from what I've seen of the Riddler, I'm loving everything about it. I love that his big inspiration is the Zodiac Killer, and that makes me even more happy because I love the movie Zodiac, which is directed by David Fincher, who is one of my favorite movie directors. And I should probably do a video talking about who my favorite movie directors are, but David Fincher is definitely one of them. Get me? So I love all of the inspiration they took. I know the Zodiac killers are like a real killer in real life, but I'm just focusing on the fictional aspects of it because like life's dark enough, and I like dark things, and it's a story for another time. But anyway, yeah. The whole Zodiac vibe from the Riddler, I love that. Alright, so I first came into contact with Paul Danos in the movie Prisoners, where he gets beat up by a Wolverine and the original War Machine. Like, I think that movie's fire, one of my favorite ones, and if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It's also got Mysterio in it. Now I feel like it's some weird, you know, comic book universe mashup, but yeah. In fact, wait, they're all Marvel. Yeah, I guess it's like a spin-off Marvel movie on the low. I know someone's screaming at me in the comment section, but shut your mouth. Don't do that. I know it's not connected. But yeah, check out the movie. It's fire. The energy in this movie, like, I'm loving it. Like, everything I've seen so far really reminds me of the movie Seven, which is also one of my favorite movies, which is also directed by David Fincher. Like, I'm really seeing a theme coming across here, and hopefully Matt Reeves, the director of The Batman, is influenced by David Fincher as much as, like, I feel like David Fincher movies affect me because I love, like, most of his filmography. You get me? So I'm loving seeing the parallels between the Gotham in The Batman and Gotham in Seven. Someone's like, Seven's not in Gotham. In my mind, I've always seen the movie of Seven as David Fincher wanting to make a movie in the city Gotham and making it and just never calling it Gotham. But that's how I see it. It's lawless, it's raining all the time, it's dark and gritty, and the police force are definitely overwhelmed with all the criminals that are running around. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check it out. That movie's fire, and I'm just loving the parallels. One of the things I also love about this scene, this opening scene with the Riddler in the coffee shop getting arrested by the police, is that, like, he leaves the question mark in his coffee, and it's like, in other movies that would be on the nose or it'd be too much, but in this movie, because of how dark and gritty and how unorganized the world is, the Riddler leaving something so perfectly just placed makes it believable, and it makes you understand that his character is different and that this is 100% part of his plan. And obviously, him giving himself up also reminds me of the Joker giving himself up in the Dark Knight, because if you're a criminal mastermind, this is definitely part of your plan. And also, John Doe gives himself up in the movie Seven, another parallel to the David Fincher thing. So, do you get what I'm saying? I'm definitely thinking Riddler, like, we already know Riddler's the mastermind behind everything, but it plays into the whole thing that I also like about another David Fincher project called Mindhunters, which definitely needs season 3, where they are profiling serial killers, and serial killers are like, for some reason, yo, I'm trying to leave you clues, but you man ain't catching on, so I'm just gonna get caught myself, and then we can have the conversation we're supposed to have. Do you see where I'm going with all of this? I just love all of that stuff and how it's all connected here. Alright, we're moving on. One of these next scenes that I love is they got this shot, yeah, of Batman looking down the train car, and it's in his perspective. And one of the things I love about this POV is that, like, we never see this POV from Batman. We never see him in his predatorial stalker mode, because that's what he is, bro. He is an animal. He's a predator, and he does stalk people, and you get to see it. And I hope in this movie we just get lots of this, lots of unconventional type Batman shots that frames Batman as a stalker, as a predator, as a villain, as a bad guy. Because I think in this movie that's actually what he is. Do you know what's crazy to me? Every time I see Robert Pattinson's Batman fight in these trailers, all I can hear is Michael Caine's Alfred from The Dark Knight Rises talking about Bane.
His speed, his ferocity, his training.
That's all, bruv. That is all I see in here. I don't know who Robert Pattinson's stunt double is, yeah, but that brother's on crack. Like, he's on something. And as a disclaimer, he might not be on any of the things. He might just be a really good stunt actor, and I hope he is. If I don't even know, I might have to chop that part out of the video. Just put a disclaimer somewhere, because I'm leaving it in. Listen, this next part I think is super sick. The inclusion of the taser gloves. In this trailer, or in this movie as a whole. Because when I play Batman Arkham Knight, my favourite Batman game, and in fact, he's not even in they're not even in Arkham Knight, are they? They're in Arkham Origins. Bang, there you go. I know there was someone typing. Slow down. In Arkham Origins, Batman gets the taser gloves, and I feel like this is something that belongs more so in like the Batman Forever universe or the Batman and Robin universe. But Matt Reeves finesses this so well to fit the aesthetic of his world, and it's just a gadget that Batman has that I never thought I would see in a live action movie that looks like this. So it's sick to me that they're pulling from so many places and putting into this movie. I love that. One of the other interesting things about this trailer for me is that I feel like Riddler is trying to help Batman in a way that he believes he can.
I've been trying to reach you.
And I think he's doing this by leaving him all of the clues to telling him how corrupt the city is, and showing Batman that what Batman's actually doing, fighting criminals or like these lower level criminals, is actually not helping the city. It's actually making him a tool for like Gotham PD and the people who run Gotham PD, who I'm just gonna put it out there right now, and I believe the Court of Owls are running Gotham PD. And through all these corrupt families, I think Thomas Wayne's part of the Court of Owls or is involved in this at some level as well. And this is why Bruce Wayne, Riddler keeps telling him that he's involved and that all of that's going on. Are you with me? So I think that Riddler's leaving Batman clues, but Batman's not catching on, and this is why he gets himself captured, and this is why he's like, yo, I've been trying to reach you, when he finally meets him at the police cell. See, and even that to me really screams Silence of the Lambs, where it's like Hannibal Lecter's call and someone has to go to him to get information from him to help find the actual cause of the issue. Like, going through all of this stuff on the trailer, like breaking it all down, it's really starting to make me think that the Riddler's not even the big bad in this movie, that it's gonna be someone else, and it might just be Batman realizing that he's not been the good guy since he started. Bear in mind, this is only like his year 2, so he could have been doing what he thinks is right, working for the police, when actually the police are pushing a corrupt agenda which he's actually part of and doesn't know. Listen, Zoë Kravitz is Catwoman. It's a madness. It's just something I definitely need in my life. It's definitely a departure from all the other Catwomen we've seen. I love the energy she's bringing to it, and I just want to see more and more. And I love just how they're showing a relationship between her and Robert Pattinson's Batman. Like, I'm loving it. I mean, how can you not love it? Like, Zoë Kravitz in it. Like, it just makes sense, like, for everyone to love it. One of the next things that mad to me is Andy Serkis' Alfred. Like, he's not in the trailer very long, but I don't know, like, Andy Serkis' presence alone just shuts stuff down. And it's actually got me scared because, you know, Batflick and Jeremy Irons' Batman and Alfred relationship, I stand by. I think that them two have had the best relationship.
But he is not our enemy. Not today.
But I'm actually thinking that, like, just the dynamic of this new Batman and Andy Serkis as Alfred, I really want to see how good it is, because I feel like them two actors getting together can do some magic. So I really want to see that relationship and like how that plays out throughout this whole movie. I think that relationship's going to be fire. All right, so there's other bits, like I'm skipping a whole bunch, but I think like the next kind of scenes actually just goes back to stuff I've already said earlier in the video. So like they show Bruce trying to figure out what's going on in the city.
I don't care what happens to me.
And I think this all just ties into the whole, the police are corrupt, they're being controlled by the Court of Owls I'm going to refer to, and Batman's just trying to figure everything out. So like that's just happening through the trailer consistently. Then there's more beatdowns.
His speed, his ferocity, his training.
Like bruv, every time like I hear it here, like right here, like I could Michael Caine here. All right, now we get to the scene, like the Batman Rogue One Darth Vader scene. Where he's just walking down the corridor, fully automatic gun spraying at man. And the thing I love about this scene is, besides it just being a madness, like on a cinematography level, it just being fire, is that like, I think this plays into the character of the Batman that we've got today. And it's like, there's nothing physical in this movie that's going to affect man. I know they showed him with scars on his back and all of that stuff, but physically, he's going to be unstoppable. And that only means that the weakness that he's going to have is obviously going to be mental, or something that he can't beat his way out of. And that just takes me back to Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight interrogation scene between the Joker and Batman, when he's like, with all of this stuff,
nothing to threaten me with. Nothing to do with all your strength.
You can't do anything about this, bro. And I feel like that theme is going to be heavily influenced into the change we're going to see in Robert Pattinson's Batman by the end of the movie. I think that's super important. Alright, the other scene that I love is seeing Batman like jumping off of like this tower with the police chasing him. I love it, and I really hope this is us seeing like Batman's first flight for the first time. Like, it's like the Man of Steel moment is like, from Man of Steel, is like so slow and epic a build up, but I like how rushed and like manic this moment is. But I would love this to be, obviously he's been Batman for a year already, so he's obviously flown before, but us seeing him fly for the first time, I would love to be this scene. I would love it to be like super epic the way they do it. But just from the part in the trailer where he's jumping off and that perspective of the police officer trying to grab him, I know it's going to be fire anyway. So yeah, I'm loving that. The next part of the trailer, I'm going to get a bit nerdy with it. Let me push my glasses up. Nerd. Is when the Riddler's like, he's telling a riddle, and he's like, what's black and blue and dead all over? And he says you. And I think, like, I've got a mad theory here. I don't even think it's mad. I think it actually is what's going on. But you tell me in the comment section below what you think. Basically, obviously, he tells you the answer is you, Batman. But it's deeper than that, because what's black and blue? Alright, the police. So we think that Batman is working, well, I think Batman's working for the police. You get me? You see lots of scenes with him where him and police are cool, but there's obviously a turning point where the police they go after him. But also, Nightwing, Dick Grayson's character, in the Court of Owls series, in the New 52 run, was a Talon. Do you get what I'm saying? Nightwing also wears a black and blue suit. Now, what I would say is, I think what they've done here is taken Dick Grayson's storyline from the Court of Owls and Bruce Wayne's storyline from the Court of Owls and put these together to make an amalgamation of the Batman we've got right now. Much like Christopher Nolan did with the 3 Robins in The Dark Knight Rises. So as I'm like really like deep in this whole thing and like pre in the situation, it just dawned on me that Robert Pattinson even looks more like Dick Grayson than Bruce Wayne. Like, I don't think I'm reaching here at all. Definitely both of these storylines have been merged. And then also there's the black and blue, which is Batman's body from being beaten up through the year of being Batman already. But then bear in mind, in these trailers so far, they've shown Batman as being physically unstoppable. So that's what leads me to think that this black and blue reference is to other things other than just his body. And also, it couldn't be a Riddler joke if it only worked on one level, and I just gave you about 4 of them. Oh man, listen, I just love this trailer so much, and I love everything that this movie's like showing me about it. I know this thing is gonna be fire, man. Like, and then what else happens in the trailer? There's more beatdowns.
His speed, his ferocity, his training.
There's Michael Caine. Stop it. And then, do you know what? Yeah, like, I'm not even doing the penguin part at the end. The penguin part, for me, is like one of the best endings to one of the best trailers I've ever seen in my life ever. Not capping, it's the truth. You get me? I love the trailer they put out first, and I know I'm going to love this movie. Like, I just hope Matt Reeves and the team really deliver on everything they've shown us right now, man. Because this thing is going to blow my mind, like. And I want to do more of these videos, guys. I want to talk about the Batman more. You guys need to engage with me on this. Get at me on Twitter. At JiCanWin, blah, 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 blah. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up. Press the notification bell so you can get notified every time I drop a video. Like, it's coming, man. It's not far away. What's it? March? Bruv, we're in the final countdown. Guys, I'm Joe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.